queen situation, and I was thinking about how this affects us in business. And so I had some tips I thought about that can actually help us to alleviate some of these problems. So anyway, how this can affect us in our personal lives as well as business. So communicating with our customers and our employees is very, very important. And in relationships, period. I mean, is that not true? I mean, communication is key to everything, right? Okay? So it's important in all kinds of relationships. That's the number one thing that breaks down everything, right? Poor communication, misunderstanding things. How many know that text messaging sometimes can be taken the wrong way? I almost don't like it, okay? I was text messaging with someone this week with an author, actually, that I've been working with, and, you know, I felt like I had misportrayed something in the text message because it just didn't, you know, it wasn't clear enough, you know, on my end, and I felt like, you know, I may have offended them, and it just wasn't sounding right, you know. It was better to pick up that phone and call them, you know, because it can just, the way it's worded sometimes doesn't make as much sense. So, you know, sometimes just that one-on-one, it's better to do it that way. Communication is very, very important if you want to have a good relationship with your clients and your customers. So poor communication can really mess things up. All right, so one of the examples I want to share with you, and this is in the first paragraph of this article, is this was a situation I saw at work this week where there was a third party who was hired outside of the company to help them by sending out emails to deal with some of that extra flow, okay, to get the customers into the building themselves. But they did not let the other people in the office know that a third party had been actually hired outside to do this, okay? So the people who were handling the calls, which namely was me, I was handling some of these calls as well as some other people in there, didn't know the name of the people on this third party email, okay? So here customers are calling in asking for the person on the third party email. They said, you know, we're going to call here your business and ask for this person. There was no extra information. And so we have nobody there works there under that name. We didn't know of anything like this. So they're thinking immediately, they're saying this is a scam, you know, and believing this. And so they're mad on the other end of the phone, thinking, well, we don't trust your business. Well, what do you think that's doing to our business, right? They don't want to talk to us anymore. And the other people in the other office who didn't tell us this information, what's going on, they said, oh, no. We've got a third party we've hired, right? So communication, let us know. We're handling your calls, right? We need to know this stuff. Poor communication, okay? So one way we can clear that problem up is communication. Morning meetings, okay? And you'll see that under number 1, okay? The communication, 5 sanity savers and success builders, I think, is schedule morning meetings with employees to discuss new news, okay? Have a morning meeting. It doesn't have to be a long meeting. What are y'all doing? You know, what's going on in your department? What's going on in your department? A morning meeting, 5-minute meeting, 10-minute meeting. You know, let a spokesman from that department say, this is what we're doing. You know, we've got this great idea. You may have a great idea, but if nobody knows about it, you're hurting your business, okay? So have that 5-minute meeting, letting us know what's happening within the business. So summarize, you know, maybe what your biggest challenge is, you know, or what you're doing within your department so that everyone knows what's going on. Okay, another example that I saw, and this was the news story that I saw, and this was where Dairy Queen had on their app, they were offering a free Blizzard treat. Did anybody even see that in the news? Okay. They were offering on the app a free Blizzard treat. Well, they had it in there in the app which Dairy Queens were actually giving this away. Well, they failed to tell their employees at those particular Dairy Queens. So the Dairy Queens, when the people went in there with that on their app, the employees were saying, no, we're not doing that, even though they had it on the app. So somebody who apparently went in and got turned away said, well, we're going to sue Dairy Queen. So they did, and they won. Okay, so they get 5 free Blizzards. So how much did that cost Dairy Queen? It was all legit. It was a legitimate thing on their app, but they didn't tell their employees. So they went from 1 free Blizzard to all these people got 5 free Blizzards. So that really hurt their business. So poor communication. I mean, this is really serious. So communication can really cost businesses. So we need to be communicating with everyone that we're dealing with, okay? Why do people not communicate? What do you think? Why do people not communicate within businesses? There are many reasons, but you guys got any ideas? What are some reasons?
They're not encouraged, like you say. They don't have meetings and you all don't get together. They was just kind of out there doing their own thing.
Right, I agree.
Yeah.
I time. What about like,
They simply don't think.
And some people don't want to share what they're doing with everybody either, because
I was thinking
they're
that
trying
same
to
thing.
be, they're not a team player. You don't really want those,
Competition.
they don't
I
want
was
everyone to
thinking
know
that
what they're
same
doing, yeah.
And that's a lot of it where I work too, is competition. People don't want, they don't want anybody else to know a lot of times too. All that's good answers, all that's agreeable, but it can cost the team as a whole, can it not?
Yeah.
Hurt the business, because what happens if the business is losing money? Who gets the pay cuts? Everybody, right? Okay, so it hurts people in a whole. So we need to be team players and work together. And number two, something else that our sanity savers is put drama to death, okay? Because sometimes we worry about things that have nothing to do with anything. I mean, and I see this a lot too, is, I may be dealing with the customers and somebody's over here worried about what the other employees are doing. They're just, and the customer's the important one. They're the ones bringing in the money. They're the ones that are our clients that we need to be worrying about. And there's so much competition and stuff going on over here that we're worrying about stuff that doesn't even matter. So focus on what matters, focus on what's important, okay? So that is so important. Never concern yourself with what doesn't concern you. Focus on what's going to, increase you and help you and build you up and, make a difference, in your career. Also, post a daily empowerment quote in the break room or run it on the TV. I found that to be very important. At the job I worked at before, that was my part, was putting things on the television thing. And it was just updating events and things that were going on. Well, I took it on myself because I'm a motivator. I found all kinds of positive quotes, and so I ran them, and I put a new one on there every single day because I felt like they needed to see something positive. There was so much negativity there, so I made sure that it ran all the time, something positive all the time. And it was just, they needed it because people come in there with home life problems. They come in there with challenges. They need something positive in front of them. So put that in front of them. Give something away daily, okay? This is important. You reap what you sow, okay? Try and be a giver because this is so powerful. If you don't plant anything, you're not going to gain anything, okay? Be a giver. Whether it's hold a door for somebody, be a listening ear, whatever it is. People need a smile. People need something to build them up. People have problems. People have challenges. You have challenges. You have problems. You know this. If somebody gives you a smile, it makes you feel like $1 million on certain days, doesn't it? Okay, I know this,
Yep.
right? Okay, I walked in Dairy Queen down the road a minute ago before this place opened because I needed to use the restroom. And so I was greeted with a smile. I mean, somebody just, and I've had a rough morning, just saying, okay, real life. And so they said, hi, how are you this morning? I was like, oh. It was just so, it was such a good thing, It was so nice. It made me feel good. And so that's important, okay? So reap what you sow, okay? You reap what you sow. So definitely sow what you want to reap. Make breaks mandatory. Don't run so fast that you don't take a break. Where I work, they don't make breaks mandatory. They work through them. Everybody needs a break. I've got to the point where I say, I'm going on break. It's the law, right? They're going to give me a break. I need that break. So I take my break. It's like, I'm going on break. I'll be back. I need my break. I need my time to collect myself, right? Do it. You need your breaks, okay? You cannot be denied your breaks. You must take time to regroup. It's important, okay? Everybody needs a break. Everybody. Don't work yourself so hard that you don't take that time. 5, 10, 15 minutes, you gotta have it. Just time to just regroup and think and process, because, you got stuff going on and you're a better business person when you take time to regroup, breathe and go, okay. How many times do you get that text message or that phone call or whatever? Stuff's going on at home, stuff's going on with the kids, stuff's going on here or there. I'm running a publishing business, I'm running a ministry, I'm also working part-time. Sometimes my authors are texting me, sometimes I'm having stuff going on in my ministry, sometimes my kids are texting me and I'm still dealing with phone calls part-time at work. I need my break. I need to stop and deal with stuff. I need to say, I gotta step away a minute and just regroup, okay? Do it. It will make you a better person. So these are sanity savers. These are things we can do. Communication's important. Y'all need it. Do it, okay? It'll make it better, make life smoother, and make everything go better for you. So there's my tips.